it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a close
fool?
encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Rappers, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's God.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Six. Blue ready. 6 right there. 56. Oh, you got deep?
Jameis now on first down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Demario Davis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
47's the mic.
Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
Winston connecting with Howard, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Johnny, blue way. Watch the run. They got it. I got 19. He's marked. He's not going anywhere. Quad. Johnny. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. You run. Check. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back. Mike 56, Mike.
3rd and long for Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Ready. Yellow lady. 54. I can't believe they let you play.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Grant. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Kill. That's track. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Slam attack.
On third down, Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, it's Grant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Sammy.
On second and a yard, Breeze. But he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They run with Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Logan. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Easy. Watch motion. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 41 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Undercrunch. Hey, 5 on the 50.
This is Logan. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A 35-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
I got you.
On second down, Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done.
Ready. 95, 56. 54.
Check right. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
36, 36.
54. So we got man. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
You don't know no better.
Breeze now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8.
Check. Block 54.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, kill.
Let's go, D.
Greystone, travel.
5-4, Mike. 5-4.
Over.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Come on now. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Saints 7, Buccaneers 3. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike, 56, right there, right there. 56.
Winston now. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Logan. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Wait, come see.
Here's Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Man up, D. Man. Wait. 56, Mike, 56. That's right, baby.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Traquan Smith. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Exit, exit.
Now Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Black 45 behind.
47. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Say.
Green, come with me.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 47. Hey, let's get this. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
You draw Porter.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, easy. Motion. 45 is the mark. 5'9". Hey, check my smooth.
Now Breeze. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Get the ball. Hey, switch gears.
21. Ready, tackle.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Levante David in on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
53. Hey, easy. Check line 54. Line 54. Go. Check 37. Check 37. Run. 54. Mike 54.
Now Breeze on third down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. This is taken at the 18. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
56.
Follow.
Right there. 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Throwing. Winston. This is Miller. Complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Flag! What do that? Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. T.J. Logan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
0-2.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Man, I got you. 45 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Ready? Flag 22.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Flip it. Team, check 13.
Check the backer.
22, check, cover. 22.
Winston now to throw on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jameis to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They run again with Logan. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st down, Logan. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Barber. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Peyton Barber, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Kill.
Breeze now. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Breeze. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer.
Buccaneers 26, Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Where do we go?
To throw, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter